Hey, hold on. Hit my car, bro.
My baby hit my car. All you gotta do is touch this. Oh, my baby hit it. Oh, my baby hit it. Oh, my baby hit it. Hit it. I did. Oh, my kids, anything for the movie. Anything for the movie. Anything for the movie. Because if she hit it, it's dead. I'm gonna drag that right out of her.
Wonder why?
Yes, sir.
Our communities look like they look.
Speak
That
the
we
truth.
have violence every single day.
Speak the truth.
Damn! It is just not on us. It is on the corporate citizens that come into our community and ravage our community. And Walmart, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself.
Walmart has announced a new round of store closures, including one of the largest locations on Chicago's South Side.
Walmart closing half of its Chicago stores today.
Same day that Walmart announced it will close 4 stores in Chicago. That's half of its stores in the Windy City.
Walmart is moving out, closing half of its stores in Chicago, saying they haven't been profitable in 17 years and lose millions of dollars a year.
The company said in a statement, quote, "The simplest explanation is that collectively our Chicago stores have not been profitable."
You are the reason that our communities lack the investment that they have. We should not have to go out of our communities to find jobs. We should not have to go out of our communities to get medicine.
These stores lose tens of millions of dollars a year. Their annual losses nearly doubled in just the last 5 years.
He started.
Huh?
That's why he started.
Who?
When he put his neck on that man's neck and said we weren't gonna do shit.
Unceremoniously abandoning these neighborhoods will create barriers to basic needs for thousands of residents. While near-term arrangements will be made for workers, I fear that many will find that their long-term opportunities have been significantly diminished. And Southside elected officials are also responding, issuing a joint statement, and it reads in part, closing 4 stores in 5 days is unethical. Especially since Walmart claims these stores have not been profitable since 2006. If Walmart cared about the community they belong to for nearly 2 decades, they would have implemented strategies to combat the rising prices, the likely root cause of their decline in earnings.
Oh, yeah.
He did that.
That's fine and all, but you know we lost our Walmart. But you know we lost our Walmart, right?
Is it ours?
Huh?
Is it ours?
Yes, because it's in our community. Guess where we're going to go for our Christmas
So we're not smart enough to build our own Walmart? Are we not smart enough to take out a loan and build our own shit?
Because they'll let us, right?
Yeah. We got to put our money together. We ain't got to let nobody let us.
I would love to see that happen.
First, a gas station confrontation gets turned upside down. The chaotic situation that ended with a woman's SUV on its roof in the middle of the street in Forest Park.
Let's talk about responsibility. Is this a matter of responsibility? Is this a matter of responsibility on these corporations and these corporate citizens and these companies? Or is it the responsibility of the people, you and I? Parents, children, teenagers, adults. I will say that I feel as though it is my responsibility to bring you guys this information as well as the truth as best I can. Because granted, you can only believe half of what you see and pretty much none of what you hear. But what I do see is just cause. Just cause for a variety of different outcomes. Just cause for anyone of sound mind to want to quickly move away from a problem. Just cause for citizens of a community to be upset. Just cause for smart and intelligent people to recognize the problems that they face and diligently and quickly, might I add, as I urge you all to prepare for a potentially worse outcome that's only going to grow as the days pass, or a drastic improvement as you separate yourself and move away from the problem. What's going on in Chicago may just be isolated incidents highlighted by the media, perpetuated by social media, and the instigators who are recording and creating these situations. Now, granted, the whole gas station deal, I think, was more of a mind-altering influence, if you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, you have to realize that they're products of their environment, and this environment is rapidly deteriorating faster than ever before. And it is extremely clear and apparent that after 17 years of zero profitability and unbelievable costs, that Walmart would decide to abruptly close stores in a matter of days. Sure, from one standpoint, you could say Walmart doesn't give a crap about the people of this community. But on the other side, you could say the people of this community don't give a crap about the people of this community. The people of this community don't give a crap about Walmart or any business for that matter that tries to, one, provide, two, make money. Walmart would never make any money if it didn't provide. And that goes for any business for that matter. Unless you're in the business of the government, but we can talk about that in a different video. The simple fact of the matter is that as these problems continue to grow and these problem hotspot areas continuously get lights shined upon them to further indicate to those who are wise and intelligent and smart and thinking about the situation to quickly get your affairs in order, close out, reconcile, pack your bags, shut down, and move. Go away. The money that you could potentially make here, that odds are you haven't and will not, is not worth it. That opportunity cost creates so much risk. Just close your stores and get out and go somewhere else. Somewhere else that you can charge more. Somewhere else that you don't have these problems. Somewhere else that, these people don't live. It's not a jab. It's not a direct insult to those people who have done nothing wrong, who are going to be ultimately impacted negatively by this situation, and many more like it. Chicago's not the only city that is facing these problems, but they're the ones that are getting the most attention right now. And I can guarantee you over the next few days and few weeks, we're going to see more areas of which you guys know. Comment down below. We can go ahead and create a list now, a tally of the cities that are going to be potentially next on the chopping block, for which I would urge the citizens, residents of these areas to stock up now before it's too late, because it is abundantly clear that they are preparing to wipe us out. Stock up now. Stock up now. There's one item in particular that I would be focusing on heavily. Now, some people have alluded to this in the comment section. I think they're starting to catch on. But I also know that I can't necessarily tell you guys explicitly because there'll be pushback. There'll be a little bit of a debate. And I'm okay with a debate, but it almost kind of turns into an argument and says, we can't. I'm going to tell you guys right now, they can, and they will, and they are. They can close their stores and leave you guys without. They can leave you in these deserts. They will shut down these businesses and leave you high and dry, taking away jobs, forcing you to commute further to get the things that you need, the basic necessities. And they are effectively preparing to wipe you out in more ways than one. So as we go back to responsibility, it is my responsibility to bring you guys not only this information and these heads up warnings and alerts and breaking news and insider intel and boots on the ground intel, which I do appreciate you guys assisting with that. Please continue to send me emails and share this information. You can hit me up on Instagram too and DM me on Instagram so we can get this message out. Please give the video a like, because that also helps get the message out in the algorithm, and share it and subscribe if you haven't already. But I think it's my responsibility to give you guys options. And the options are going to be very, very simple and very, very easy to understand. And those are, we have to do better. We all have to do better. And it starts with yourself. I don't like to point at people, but it starts with yourself. And saying to yourself that you can do better. The clock is ticking, time is running out, and we will get to a point very, very soon here where if you haven't tried to do better, you're going to ultimately suffer the fate that they have planned for you. Sure, again, I know comments will come in and say, this is all by design. Kevin, read your Bible. The world is ending. It's over. Well, guess what? It's another day. I'm still here. And while I'm here, I have to continue to work towards doing better. Otherwise, it's all going to fall apart. And we don't want that to happen. So, again, easier said than done, but you need to understand the basic principles, the basic philosophy behind how to do better. Again, folks, stock up while you can. Before we experience empty shelves, but we also need to understand and realize why the shelves are empty. Granted, we have some possible negative impacts to our imported food supply. Other countries like Argentina experiencing major problems with their crops. Us here in the United States of America experiencing extremely damaging cold, wet winter weather, and having impacts on our pollination here, ultimately having impacts on our farming. We've got, I think I watched Luis Rossman, and he was talking about how farmers are unable to repair their own equipment, multi-million-dollar equipment, because of these bills and proposals that are preventing people from working on their own equipment and creating their own parts to repair and replace. On top of global conflicts, monetary issues, inflation, recession, job loss, fictitious unemployment numbers, and the shelves ultimately, folks, at the end of the day, even these higher fuel costs, the shelves will be empty in these stores, as you have seen in the clips and the videos that I've shared with you, because the stores are no longer operating. They have closed down. They have taken their letters off the side of the building, and they've left. They're gone. That's why the shelves are empty, or will be, if not already. The shelves may be empty in your own pantries at home. Why? You can't afford it. Prices are too high. Jobs are being lost. Transportation costs are increasing just to get where you need to be and wherever you go to now shop, because these other stores have closed in your neighborhoods are now being ransacked by so many others converging on it because of the limited supply in these dangerous neighborhoods, physically and economically, monetarily, when it comes from a business profitability standpoint. Businesses do not want to operate to fight the consumer in attempts of stealing their products, burning their stores to the ground, setting off fires, flooding them, shooting people inside and outside in the parking lots, calling in bomb threats. They don't want to do that. But as they prepare to do better and mitigate this situation and remove themselves from the problem, it just is going to make it worse for everybody else. Some of which will ultimately have to suffer the consequences of the actions of their neighbors. I hate to say it, but I will say this. Stock up now before it's too late. They are preparing to wipe us out. Empty shelves are inevitable. If you haven't seen them already, watch the clips and realize that in order to do better, in my opinion, my responsibility to you guys for the content that I'm creating and I'm bringing to you, number one, make more money. Number two, spend less than you make. Number three, budget so you know where your money's coming and going. Number four, eliminate high interest revolving debts, credit card debts, store card debts, high interest. As Jerome Powell and the Fed continuously raise interest rates, it's only going to drive up these minimum payments and the interest payments more and more, making it more difficult and almost impossible to pay off, save, and invest. Now, with these 5 steps accomplished and actively working towards diligently every single day, you will be taking steps towards doing better. With that, get the hell out of Chicago. Get the hell out of Portland. Get the hell out of Albuquerque. Get the hell out of wherever you are, where shit is hitting the fan. The writing is on the wall. Get out of, which one was that? The other city, I can't remember, where they closed the Applebee's, they closed the Discount Tire, they closed the Walmart, they closed the Target, and they're consistently leaving left and right. Get out, get to higher ground. You talk about preparing, you talk about prepping, you talk about survival. When the flood waters are rising, again, I don't know if you guys, how long you guys been watching my channel, but I equated inflation with flood waters or tide waters. And as they rise, they slowly start to wipe out and drown those at the bottom. Get to higher ground. Because now our biggest problem isn't inflation so much. It is a deterioration of our economy, a deterioration of our communities, a deterioration of the mental health of the people who are out here causing these problems, inciting this violence and destruction. We got to get to higher ground. The higher ground is always going to give you the greatest vantage point. G.I. Justin knows exactly what I'm talking about because we executed on this past weekend playing laser tag. Side note, if you play laser tag, get to higher ground. But as you do better, as you increase your income, as you spend less, as you become more financially responsible and educated, folks, do your homework. Increase your knowledge and education. Motivate one another to do better. Get out of debt. And then prepare to get to higher ground. Prepare to get out of these areas that are rapidly deteriorating. If you want, you can contribute to the community. Got a clip right here I'll show you guys. But I think you can help people in a variety of ways, and I hope that this video is one of them. And all my videos, for that matter. Granted, sometimes the titles and thumbnails get misconstrued and people miss the message, but at the end of the day, I want to help you guys understand what's happening, what is likely to occur, how we can best prepare ourselves to survive these situations, thrive and prosper on the other side, and then bring others with us. So with that being said, if you've made it this far in the video, I really do appreciate it. And also, if you would like to know more about different ways of which you can earn more money, ways you can save more money, budget, eliminate debt, save and invest, then by all means, please give the video a like and drop a comment down below so I know you guys are interested. Otherwise, I won't be making that content because apparently it's not something you guys want to see. But hear me out. Stock up now before it's too late, before all the shelves are empty, because they are preparing